Look closely. Dog and cat are almost the exact same class copy-pasted. Change one, forget the other, and you've got a silent bug. I'm Kai, and today we kill this pattern for good with inheritance. Now imagine adding bird, then fish, then snake. Every single one repeats that same name and init pattern. If you ever need to change how an animal stores its name, you are editing it in 5 different places. This exact repeated structure problem is what inheritance was built to solve. So here's the trick. We take the part that's identical, the name, the setup, and put it in one place, a parent class called animal. Dog and cat don't rewrite that, they just build on top of it. That parenthesis after the class name animal is the whole trick. It says dog inherits from animal. Dog didn't define init at all, but it still has a name, because it borrowed it from its parent. Picture this like a real family tree. Animal is the trunk. Every branch off of it, dog, cat, bird, automatically carries whatever the trunk defines. Add a new animal, and it plugs into the same tree instead of starting from scratch. Inheriting everything is great, until a dog needs to bark and a cat needs to meow. So a subclass can just redefine a method with the same name. That's called overriding, and Python always uses the closest, more specific version it finds. Now what if dog needs extra setup, like a breed, but you don't want to retype the name logic? That's what super.init does. It calls the parent setup first, then you add the extra piece on top. You're extending the parent, not replacing it. Watch this. One loop, one line of code inside it, .makeSound, called on every object in this list. But each one prints something different, because each object carries its own version of that method. That's polymorphism, same call, shaped by whichever object receives it. Here's a question. Does an object calling makeSound actually need to inherit from animal at all? In Python, no. Python doesn't check what class something is. It just checks whether the method you're calling actually exists on it. Person isn't a duck, doesn't inherit from anything duck related. But it has a quack method, so make it quack works on it anyway. In short, Python cares what an object can do, not what family tree it came from. That's duck typing. Here's the thing, most tutorials never say out loud, you don't always need inheritance. If a duck type function does the job, use that instead. Honestly, I think people reach for inheritance way too often when this simpler trick would have worked. So that dog and cat mess from the start, subclass with class child parenthesis. Parent, override makeSound where it needs to differ, call super to extend the setup instead of rewriting it, and remember duck typing means Python only ever checks what an object can do. Clean. Next time, we'll look at what happens when a class inherits from more than one parent at once. Recursion calls itself. Do the same and come back tomorrow. Subscribed. If something feels off or missing, or you want to see something new, tell me subscribed. If something feels off or missing,